Hi YouTubers, it's Evan next video from Potos. We use a video for Cigar Gang. So Cigar Gang on Facebook, nice big ass cigars for life. I want to talk right now about tobacco related topics, so if you're on YouTube you can also watch this, big ass cigar for life. Basically tobacco or cigars and rain. So rain is when it's raining outside. How does cigars and rain mix? Well, not good. First off, right off the bat I can tell you, you never ever want to smoke cigars in the rain. Unless of course you absolutely have to. For instance, I live in my apartment in Massachusetts, and I have to smoke outside in the designated smoking area. We only have one designated smoking area on the property. It has a chair, a bucket, and a table. Thankfully, there's a tree near it, nice big maple or oak tree, so that kind of shelters myself, and there's no roof over it. So when my parents' house, visiting my parents on the weekends in Massachusetts, thankfully I can smoke in their garage, which has a roof over it, but unfortunately, that's the only place I can smoke. So that's why I don't do smoking videos generally, is because the only place I can smoke is a designated area outside. Also, it's kind of weird talking to myself outside with people watching. Big ass cigar for life. Don't want to think you're crazy after the big ass cigar. So back to the video topic. So if you can avoid it, definitely smoke cigars indoors or somewhere where there's a roof over your head, or in the nicer weather when it's not raining outside or snowing outside, because if a cigar gets wet, generally it's going to destroy the cigar. So when you want to smoke, cheap cigars, cheap ass is a big ass cigar. So definitely your $1, $2, $3, $5 cigars. You don't want to be smoking like a Padron 80 or a Padron 40 year cigar in the pouring rain, because honestly it destroys the cigar. So yes, technically, even if the cigar gets a little bit wet, you can still smoke it because it's still manageable. But once the cigar gets all soggy and wet, you also be careful of mold, because mold can make you very sick, give you bronchitis. So in general, yes, you can technically do it. I have to smoke outside the smoking area. I mean, I could get in huge trouble if I smoked indoors. I mean, my apartment lease says you cannot smoke anywhere in the building or in common areas, so I have to smoke in the smoking area. So same thing in my parents' house. I have to only smoke in the garage or on their property, because my parents don't allow me to smoke inside their house because they are not smokers themselves. My dad occasionally has a cigar with me, but you get the point. So it's kind of like, I don't smoke in any kind of closed space except for my tobacconist. Watch a cigar in Massachusetts, where there is a designated back room where you can smoke, a designated lounge. So back to the video topic about rain. Not a whole lot you can really do. I mean, you can try to kind of like get under a tree or get under, some kind of cover like a canopy to try to avoid the cigar getting wet. Didn't sound right. It didn't sound right. But I mean, there's not a whole lot you can really do. Once the cigar is all wet, it's kind of like you can toss it out. I was just outside right now in Massachusetts because it's raining in Massachusetts, and the first cigar was destroyed. Second cigar, I was able to smoke about half of it, and then just went all soggy. So soggy ass is a big ass cigar. So kind of like, okay, you can do it, but ideally, in an ideal world, you don't want to be doing it, especially with high quality cigars. I smoke Quorum Coronas, which are basically $1.50 a piece online. So buy them for a bundle of 20 for like 25 bucks online. So bottom line is, when you can avoid it, definitely smoke in a place where there is no rain or no wetness or no moisture. I mean, snow is probably a little bit better because you're not having constant, stuff come down. It's a little bit better, but bottom line is, you don't want your cigars to get wet. Didn't sound right. So you don't want your cigars to get moist and wet, because it's going to destroy the cigar. Also can cause mold. So you want to be very careful, especially in the hotter, more humid weather. So that is cigars and rain or wetness. You do not want your cigars to get wet. No pun intended. Give me thoughts. Bye. Big ass cigar for life. Big ass cigar for life. Cigar gang. Bye.